don't have a lot of time. Chief guest, I want to say 5 things. 1, our fight against malaria does not need politics, it needs leadership. And that is what we are here for, leadership. When we unite together as a team against malaria, we are stronger. Malaria will not defeat us. Number 2, the fight against malaria needs to begin from the communities. And that is why the entire strategy of the Ministry of Health is on community engagement. And I want to appreciate the Parliament of Uganda for investing heavily in prevention. Prevention, prevention, and prevention. Very much aware that funding for malaria is leveling off from all our partners. Recently, in a meeting in Yaoundé, where they call the 10+1 countries. 10+1 are the countries with the heaviest burden of malaria in the world. And Uganda is number 3 in donating. Following Nigeria, DRC, we are number 3. In that conference, we all signed a commitment to end malaria in our own countries using our own domestic resources. Right, Honorable, it is time for Uganda to mobilize its own domestic resources to end malaria. Number 4, my last appreciation goes to the children. Thank you very much, children, for working every year and for the petition. We have had your petition. It is to Parliament. I know the implementation is with the Ministry of Health. Once it is read in Parliament, I can assure you that we shall be committed to implement whatever directive and resolutions that the Parliament of Uganda comes up with. But allow me to let you know that the pattern of malaria in Uganda is changing, and we need to change with the pattern. We are now seeing malaria affecting adolescents in addition to our children and the pregnant women. The vaccine that we are getting only protects 50%. That means it is not the magic bullet. The magic is in our hands. The magic is with us. United malaria.
Because, I mean, I was with a colleague from a neighboring country, and he challenged me. He said, Uganda, why are you donating malaria to us? Now we are exporting malaria to our neighbors. We are exporting a burden to our neighbors because we have failed to take certain action. And to me, as an ordinary person, I believe malaria is more dangerous than even COVID. If we could get half of the effort we put in fighting COVID and we put it in fighting malaria, I can tell you in 1 year malaria would be gone. I have seen cases up country, and I want to thank the professors who visited me at office from the various universities. Involving communities is what is important. The nets you are sending to the communities, some are being used for making the strongest ropes, some are used for squeezing juice, some for wedding gowns, some for fishing, some for looking after chicken, you know, some kukwate and swa. I mean, it's not helping. It's not helping. So let's put in all the effort. I have seen indeed, really 5% is what we are providing. Honourable Minister, the commitment you made before your fellow ministers, let's go back and we ensure we provide money for that. So I really, my major focus, I don't want to dilute my message. My major focus is on the strategy for eliminating malaria. This treatment won't work. Treatment is so costly. The money we are spending on treating malaria is so much. And yet we are losing many young people. We are losing our pregnant mothers. We are losing very productive people. The time they spend on treatment and all that, and the strain they are putting on our health facilities. So let's make a commitment that indeed, because I've asked many people, why aren't we spraying? Why aren't we larviciding? Who is blocking you? What can we tell our people? Imagine countries are choosing us of exporting malaria to them. Honourable Minister, I want to stop there.
Applied, and Gavi has already approved our application, and we are due to get the malaria vaccine very soon. The malaria vaccine is only for children. But malaria does not affect only children. It affects pregnant women, it affects adolescents, and it affects even adults. And with children, it only protects 50%. So it is not our magic bullet. Our magic bullet is our concerted efforts in the communities. The malaria vaccine will be co-financed by the government of Uganda and Gavi. And we shall be introducing it in the next few months. Okay, the spraying that the Right Honourable Speaker is talking about is a countrywide spraying, not indoor residual spraying, countrywide, attacking the mosquito, which harbors the parasite against malaria. Now this spraying is good. Many countries have sprayed before. Countries in the West, the European countries sprayed and they got rid of malaria using DDT. Several years ago, when Uganda attempted to spray, there was a lot of resistance when we said we were going to spray using DDT because of many reasons. Politics was brought into play, and of course the people who benefit when we have malaria also came in to support the confused politics. And at that time, everybody said DDT is not safe. But DDT was proven safe, and there are many countries that are still using DDT. The Right Honourable Deputy Speaker has requested the Ministry of Health to sit down and replan. And replanning requires that we identify a safe chemical that can be used so that we can carry out the spraying and bring down this burden of malaria and stop putting ourselves as number 3 in the race against donating malaria.
Aba member of parliament batubuuzizza lwaki tuganye tukyalemeddwa okumalawo omusujja gw'ensiri kivudde ku bintu bisatu. Twetaaga bannansi bamanye nti okulwanyisa omusujja gw'ensiri buvunaanyizibwa bwabwe. Teriyo kitongole kigenda kulwanyisa omusujja gw'ensiri kyokka. So bannayuganda balina otukwatira. Ekyokubiri, twetaaga otuvujjiriramu ensimbi. Ebyokumalawo omusujja gw'ensiri kyetaaga ssente nkumu.
Ani asinga aligamba in principle tusoke tukkirizaganye nti ensiri y'omulabe gwe tuba tunyoonya twaŋŋange era tutya nga tufuuyira ekyo ekiba kisooka.